Hey, what's up guys? Mike Luck here. Thanks so much for tuning into this video blog. In this video, I want to talk about brainstorming, sketching, and wireframing out your ideas, your web design projects prior to actually designing anything. I have talked about sketching in the past. I talked about wireframing and things like that in the past, but I wanted to kind of create a new video and give you some tips, give you some how-to sort of advice on how to get through this process so that you can kind of overcome creative block. Creative block is something that everyone faces. I know you face it because I face it. It's when we have a project at hand, we want to redesign our portfolio, we want to redesign our blog, we're doing a site for a freelance job, or trying to come up with the idea for a personal project, and we just can't think of anything inspiring. We know we have the skills and the ability to do a nice website, and we don't want to just design anything because we don't want it to be really flat or uninspiring. We want to design something that's really great. And what happens is we open up Adobe Fireworks or we open up Photoshop and we have a blank canvas and we don't know where to start. Okay, we don't have any good ideas. We have millions of resources out there available to us, millions of videos, millions of websites, millions of beautiful website galleries, but we just don't know where to start. And that simply is creative block. That's web designers' creative block, and everyone faces it. You face it, I face it. And what I do to get over it is I kind of go back to what's got me through those other projects. And the best thing that I can think of is we need to give ourselves time for brainstorming, okay? Getting on a whiteboard, or if you don't have a whiteboard, taking out a notepad and a pen and start brainstorming ideas. Okay, you want to give yourself a minimum of 1 week or 2 of brainstorming time. Okay, time for you to brainstorm ideas, sketch, and wireframe somewhat informal ideas on a piece of paper before you actually open up Adobe Fireworks or Photoshop to where you will start designing. Okay, and the way it works is like this. Let's say I have a real project. I have to redesign my wife's website for her real estate business. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give myself a week. I'll say, babe, I'm not going to start on your project today. What I'm going to do is give myself a week or so to brainstorm. What I do is I take out a notepad and I give myself about a week, and I say at the end of the week I need to at least have some formal sketches or some informal sketches or ideas on what type of website I want to start putting down in color in Adobe Fireworks or Photoshop or whatnot. So that's what I do. I give myself the goal of coming up with some informal wireframes at the end of this brainstorming session, and that would be the end goal. So what I do is I'll give myself like an hour or so every day, and I'll start brainstorming. I take out a notepad, pencil, and what I do, the first thing that I do is I start in this brainstorming session, let's say day 1, I start browsing all of the different competitors or successful real estate agents, let's say in the market. So you have to take the project that you're doing and go out there and look at competitors or look at other successful people in that same environment. If it's a web design portfolio, look at other successful portfolios. If it's a restaurant website, look at other restaurant websites. If it's a website for an attorney, go out there and look at other successful attorney websites. All right, so what I'll do is I'll go to some top real estate agents in California, let's say in Malibu, $1 million agents, you know, big millionaires, and I'll look at their website. What do they have? They might have a video, an introduction video of themselves, introducing themselves on their website. Okay, so I'll write that down, introduction video. I look at their website. Oh, they have a way for potential prospects and customers to fill out their email and name to get maybe a free brochure or a free PDF on decorating tips or whatnot. Okay, so I'll write that idea down and think of it as a good marketing tactic. I might go to another website and say, oh wow, they have really nice photos of the houses that they've sold in the past. Okay, really nice video gallery of that, or image gallery of that. So I'll write that down. Okay, another one might have a really nice mortgage calculator where potential customers or potential buyers or sellers can fill out, you know, their information and get some pricing on monthly payments and stuff like that. So I'll write that down. Okay, so This goes on for a few days. Okay, I don't just try to do it all in one day. I kind of space it out. So, but what happens is at the end of the week, what I'll do is I'll have all these different ideas, just little tidbits, little sketches and stuff like that. Not of the actual design, but just ideas that I've written down. What I'll do is that at the end of this brainstorming session, I'll try to piece this together. What I'll do is with all the requirements, and then what I'll do is go into different nice looking websites that I want to mimic for her site. What I'll do is I'll start piecing down or start to try to sketch out very informally where these areas might go on the site. So I'll have a mortgage calculator somewhere. I'll have an email box where people opt in email box. I'll have a video video introduction or something like that for her site. And I'll start piecing all this together. And then from there, I can, at the end of this, I'll have some sort of informal sketch laid out, and then I can start getting into the design process. And at that time, now I've gone through a week or two worth of browsing websites, you know, many different, over 10 hours or so, browsing websites. I've seen all the different competitors. I've seen all the nice websites out there. And then I'll start to piece things together, and I'll have more of a vision to kind of go with when I'm designing my process. And that's how I kind of overcome creative block. And I think if you do the same thing, if you give yourself brainstorming time to brainstorm. If you have one or two more people, it's even more powerful. If you're by yourself, it's a little hard, but if you have one or two people with you kind of brainstorming ideas, you can really flush things out, like, you know, within a week or within a few hours. So that's the importance of brainstorming. And start applying this to your stuff. This is stuff I teach in my web design training course. I teach research, I teach gathering content, all these things. And then prototyping prior to actually designing is, if you do all these things, if you go through the process, this will kind of eliminate the creative block that we all face. All right. If this tip was helpful, guys, leave a comment, subscribe, and visit my site for more information. And we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching, guys.